watching the Jazz Cam. I'm Jasmine Graza, and I will be following the student view.
This month, Schwarzenegger proposed a budget that intends to close a $14.5 billion gap over the next 18 months. He wants to cut spending and refuses to raise taxes. He is prepared to reduce funding for several programs including education, state parks, and the prison system.
Watch, because the student view...
Student view.
The student view matters.
I do think that something needs to be done about this, the current budget, because that's something that the future generations will be paying for. Education, is never something you want to cut, but unfortunately, I think that they do need to go all across the board. Because if they do just one or two things, then it's going to be huge cuts from those one or two things. But if they do all across the board, they can cut just a little bit from every aspect of government spending.
I'm against education and health cuts, so if that's all that's left, then I say no cut. I don't want to cut. I'd rather raise taxes, and I know people are going to hate it. I'm going to hate it, but I think it's important to be knowledgeable about the other people in my society and surroundings and not have children homeless or schoolless. I think literacy is of huge importance, and I know other countries and countries that aren't as powerful as us or states do a finer job in the education system, and they prioritize that. So I think that we need to, and if we need to raise taxes, then that might be the best solution. The prison system, I understand that a lot of terms are a little prolonged. Some felonies that I don't believe should be considered much felonies. I really do believe some minor marijuana use that people are caught with, they get some extreme sentences, 3 to 5 to 6 years, and I think that's taking up our prison systems and money.
It just doesn't make sense to me to have to cut costs across the board when clearly we as people have priorities as to where money needs to be spent and where it should be denied. I feel that if we cut across the board, places that are already suffering would just suffer even more. The places that were benefiting or are benefiting would just be stagnant for a while. And that doesn't make any sense. You never want to have to say that this organization deserves less money than another, but I would choose to say that education obviously cannot be cut back. When you look at test report statistics saying that California's education system is not nearly among the top in the country, I think that's a problem. And when you want to cut money to a program that's already suffering within the country, that's not the smartest move.
Well, it's really hard to say where cuts should be made. I think government officials make too much money, so I think maybe they should take money out of their paychecks if they do anything, and maybe put some more of that money into just the people, especially the young people and the children in the schools, because the kids are the future of the state.
I think Schwarzenegger got placed in an extremely difficult situation, and it might have been outside of his range of skill to address. It might, been outside anybody's range of skill to address. I hope that he'll be able to step back and take the proper advice from people on how to maybe to rework our budget and get it off sort of this auto spending setup that it's on. And hopefully, whoever he brings alongside or whoever comes up next will be able to do a much better holistic job of addressing our nation's economic issues. It feels like with us being one of the largest economies in the world, we shouldn't be facing these problems routinely.